One of the comments and questions that I've received recently is what are the most uncommon locations that you have moisture entering a building? And then there are not that many. Some of them are so repetitive and predictable, but there are probably two or three places that are kind of unusual. So I'm Bob Bennett. I own Farsight Management. We specialize in indoor air quality. I would say three of the most uncommon weird places is like when you have a chimney attached to a roof and the water and rain comes to the back of the chimney. You need to have a cricket. It's called a cricket, and it's a part of the roof that's built up so water is deflected. It doesn't come back to the flat horizontal spot of the back of the chimney. That's a real common mistake because flashing can only last so long. The next issue is corners of foundation walls in a basement. If you're the reason why you need to have your gutters discharging at least 15 feet from the foundation wall is because when you excavate to build the basement, most soil is 10 times more permeable horizontal than vertical. And it has to do with the shape of soil particles. And so when you excavate down, you need to have a one-to-one slope to prevent it from falling in on people who are building the basement. Well, you're turning that and making it now a one-to-one. So you need to have it at least 15 feet away because otherwise the water is going to go straight down off the roof, come back and hit the bottom of the foundation wall. So what you get when you go into a basement is you get this triangle looking thing in the corner. Now, it'll be wet. So most of the time, this white frosty material that's on the concrete is called efflorescence. It's a salt. Water comes through, it evaporates, and water carries a lot of salt with it. And it looks like cotton candy. And so you can take that off with a broom. That's not an indoor air quality issue. It's just a salt. If it's a black or darker discoloration, then you really need to deal with it in a more aggressive way. I recommend the homeowners use soap and water, just Dawn dishwashing liquid. It's really got a good surfactant property to it. You don't need bleach, you don't need vinegar, you don't need mold be gone products. Really, just soap and water is good enough. And so if you don't get all the color off, who cares? You can paint that corner if you don't like the color, but color is the anchoring system that goes into the porous concrete. It's not anything that you can breathe in. It's not a plant. It doesn't come back through a root system. This is just an anchor to hold on to the surface. The third location is generally because of windows. The bottom of the windowsill, instead of it pointing away from the house, the contractor gets a little lazy and allows it to come back toward the house. So you get this intrusion below the window into the cavity. And the symptom for that is when you look at the bottom where you have a footboard or a base plate, you normally see a discoloration right at the top of that base plate. That tells you that you have moisture inside the cavity. You could also have slumping where the drywall actually starts to collapse on itself because it's wet, and drywall is made of gypsum and it's a rock. Once it fills up with water, it wants to collapse. So hope this helps out. Bob Bennett, Farsight Management. It's better to use Farsight than hindsight.